How's it going, everybody? Welcome to part 3 on the Corsa. It's the £50 Corsa. So, where were we? I think we were working on the passenger side. We were getting rid of all them scratches, the horrible touch-ups that someone had done in a completely wrong colour, and starting to make it look nice, weren't we? So, I'll spin you around, catch you up to where we were, and then we'll carry on with this car. So, welcome in on car. And hello to all the new subscribers. So, this is where we were. We were working on this side. Got mirror glass shine all the way down. If you remember in the previous video, in the previous part, all this side was really badly scratched up from like bushes, etc. Stuff like that. I had all horrible colour touch-ins and just didn't look great. But now it's looking 100%. Back end, I'll bring you up to date. I did say on the last video there was a black mark right across here. Well, I've sanded that back and compounded that out as well. So that's all looking great as well. Rest of the bumper's not too bad. We have got a tiny touch up here and here to do when we get the paint. Down this side has all been sanded and flattened. There is a dent in the door here, which I'd like to get out, to be honest, but there's also a couple of scratches and stuff down here, so I might see if I can get another door. If not, I might get the old dent man on it and see if we can get that dent out. We've got a few little touch-ups to do around here, but these were all like a horrible blobby blue colour before that, so weren't too great. We've been working inside this door. You can see where the bare metal is. It weren't really rusty, it was just sort of flaky and like surface rust, so I sanded that back, give it a little skim just to level everything out. And we're going to whack a bit of primer on there, bit of base coat colour, and then lacquer that in. That'll all blend in nicely. And then round the other side we took the wheels off, sanded the wheels down, blacked them right out, blacked the tyres just to get an idea of what this side's going to look like. They're both done. If you remember, around this side, this wheel I couldn't do because we've got bent wheels, we've got to replace that wheel. The spare wheel is sitting over there. The tyre wasn't no good, it was completely knackered. So that's where we are. So today I'm gonna sand these headlights, get them all nice and shiny, do this front bonnet and do that roof for starters. That's gonna take obviously a fair while to do them panels because they're big old panels. Don't know how well you can see how scratchy the bonnet is. Just got like car wash scratches all over it. So we're going to sand that all back and buff all that in as well. So let's get on with a bit of it and see where we can get to. So I've been over it a couple of times already. I'm going to do it again. I'll do most panels probably 3 or 4 times minimum, just to make them nice. I'll just want to bring it in and share a little bit. Try not to get the panel too hot because you'll start getting soft and warm sort of thing. Got the big beast out today. what I'll do is I'll pass over it another 2 or 3 times, and then we'll come in and we'll look at this side of the bonnet compared to the other side of the bonnet and see what we've got, shall we? So I hope you can see on the video the difference, because the difference is crazy. If I can catch the light for you, look how shiny and lovely that is. And I ain't even finished yet. I've got polishes to go through and waxes and all sorts when I finish the car, and then look how bad that side is. Scratched to hell. Not very nice at all. Come across to this side. Absolutely perfect, mint reflection, and we ain't anywhere near finished with it. So I'm going to move on to this light. I'm going to do this light, get that done and give me a little break of doing the bonnet, and then I'll do the other side of the bonnet and the light, and we'll come back in and have a look at the front. Now it looks nice. It's really hard to show it here how good it is. The light's not really reflecting on it very nice, but I can assure you it's 100% better than what it was. Way, way better. So there we go, a lovely front end. Headlights are looking much, much better now. Whole bonnet's looking really, really reflective and shiny. I don't know if I can show you if I can put my hand over it. You can basically see everything in it. And there's still plenty more to go as yet. So I've been pretty busy again. Done the whole roof. As you can see, it's like glass. Lovely. All the top of the boot as well. Can't get any better than that. And then while I was doing it, still a bit of dust on them, but I restored the backlights as well. Lovely, so we're definitely getting along nicely now. Got dust everywhere now from the foam pads and stuff from doing the mopping, but we're starting to look good. The only thing that sort of lets it down now is the windows want doing. Obviously it still needs a couple of polishing grades and some wax and all sorts on the paintwork, but all the correction stuff is mainly done now and it's looking really shiny. So I just took all the taping out off the grey bits along the side here. It's looking better than that side now. I've got some more marks off the boot, and then I've been sanding this all down and prepping this. And as you can see, we've just got the final stages to do now, and then I can get some primer on that. Let that settle, get 2 or 3 coats of that on there. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to be flattening this down on the wing there. Let's get that all ready because that's pretty much there. Might just put one final coat on there just in case any dirt or anything's got on there. And then I'm going to be sanding this bumper. Make sure that's all nice and smooth and nice and there's no little bits I've missed or no other little bits of prep that need doing. As I can see some tiny bits like that. If I go close you'll be able to see it. To be fair, I can't actually feel that, even though I can see it. But we'll sand them in and make sure there ain't no little bits sticking out like that, because we definitely don't want that. And then go from there, see what's what. The car's definitely coming on now, starting to look really good. So, just having a nice hot chocolate. Ain't got a spoon at the moment, so I'm using the old paint mixing sticks. The office bit outside there is not got a kitchen bit in yet. I haven't really had time to go and get a cabinet and table and stuff. Been pretty busy just getting the old place kitted out and lights and cleaning and getting the floor nice and sorting out so we've got water for the jet washers and stuff like that. So yeah, been pretty busy. But I will get it sorted and we'll be able to sit in there. So while I was sitting there sort of having me drink, I thought I'll just test fit the new trims, see what they look like. And they're looking really good. I think that looks absolutely lovely. Imagine that when the whole car's like that. Should look pretty good. So I've been busy working on this inner arch, and as you can see, we're nearly there. Well, a couple more coats of primer. I put it on quite heavy, so I've got a couple of little runs, but that's nothing that won't sand out. And then I'm going to put a couple more coats on. I want it to be, really, really well covered. Because obviously I don't want the rust to come back. So I've got about 800 and I'm just flattening this off at the moment. Right, I'll just grab a water can and rinse that down and I'll take it out to have a look. Right, let's rinse it down and see what we've actually got. It's pretty smooth. And what I'll do to make sure I get any dirt or dust or anything off that is I'll get a Scotch-Brite pad and just go over it. So let's go in close and have a look, shall we? Don't get much better than that. Primer is actually shining back at me. Look. It's pretty crazy. And again, shining back at me on the corners. Lovely. Pretty chuffed with that. So that's nearly ready to go. I've got this bit here to do, which I'm going to do now. And then we're starting to get there, ready to cover up and paint it. But I think I might just give it a hoover and stuff like that inside first. So let's have a go at this. It shouldn't be too bad, it's only a small bit. Well, I've noticed it's got a bit of dirt and stuff on it, a bit of grit. Bit of sand, bin in storage. Obviously don't sand any of your paintwork, just do your primer. Tiny bit there, I'm going to sand that out because it's just been caught with something there, as you can see. Much rather fix that now and then have to try and sort it out once I've got paint and lacquer on, because that would look a pity. So you can see where I was slightly going through there. Done that on purpose, going right through. Just to make sure whatever's there is not going to cause me any problems. I planned on giving this another coat of primer anyway. Be able to get an idea what that's going to look like. See how straight it is. Looks absolutely spot on, which is exactly what I want. Morning everyone. So we're still on the old Corsa. Got a bit knackered last night, got late. It was like midnight before I left. So I thought, right, get back, get washed up and stuff, have something to eat. A few hours of YouTube, back here in the morning, so I'm back again. So let's spin around and have a look at what we didn't do now. So I've decided that's probably a good idea to go through these door pockets and stuff and down on these floors and just get some of this rubbish out basically. All down the sides of these are all yucky, bit mouldy and in some bits like that. I need to get that out, get all this leaves and bits and pieces out of here, down the sides of the seats, in the centre consoles, that sort of thing. Just give it a basically decent hoover out. And I'll probably get the old wet back on the seats as well and just get that all done. That can be drying while I'm doing other stuff then. It's always nice to get that stage done. I don't normally do that stage until I've done all the paintwork and everything like that, but at the moment I'm actually waiting for the colour, because that's quite a rare colour on this, and I'm having to get it mixed and get it right, because there's 3 colours that are very close to each other, and if you get the wrong one, that will just look absolutely terrible, and that's not what we want. So I'm doing all the other stuff I can while we're waiting for that to turn up. Not bad, got really stuck into that. There's a few little marks in the boot, as you can see, a few little stains. I'll have a go at getting them off in a bit, but I think it's oil. Down in the back carpets and that are lovely, really clean. Actually cleaner than what they actually look on camera. All the seats are really nice. They should come up really good with a wetback. Same in the front. All the floors and carpets and that are lovely. The light's not really great to show how nice it is, but it's actually really nice. Both seats are really good, no tears or nothing on the sides of them, which is nice. Quite unusual for a 2001 car as well. All the floors and that are good on this side as well, no wear on the actual tread plate bit where you put your feet to the pedals. Pedals need a good old clean down, but they're not worn. Like I say, driver's seat, bolster, the whole lot, everything is just lovely. Just need a good old wetback. They'll be spot on. Obviously the little bolts and stuff I've got set up here just from the parts that I took off down there, like the indicator and the side of the bumper bolts, stuff like that. And what I didn't do is I haven't hoovered in there, so I need to get in there and get that done. Sort these out. I noticed on this back one, when I was hoovering it, I kept lifting out of here. There you go. So what I'll do is I'll just unbolt this, put some glue up behind the back of there, yeah, proper upholstery stuff, not just normal glue. Stick that all back down. I always keep a bit of that on tap. I've got some over here that I normally use, which is this stuff here. That's what I normally use, just to stick that sort of stuff down, and that does a very good job. And touch wood, so far it's never come back off, so all good. So, even just with a really good scrub on the old hoover side of things, which to be fair, it only took, what, half an hour or so, it's actually cleaned up really well. I mean, I could leave it like that if I wanted to. It's got the high mileage car and, you know, not very tidy on the bodywork and that sort of stuff. I probably would, but this one's going to be pretty close to concourse, so we've got to get that a little bit further with this one. We're going to wet back it all through, clean up all the pedals, all down the side trims, all these sort of things, all the rubbers. To be fair, I do that on most cars, but you just go that a little bit further when you know you got a really good one and a really low mileage one. But yeah, these seats, there's not even no stains or nothing on the seats, which is nice. Steering wheel, everything's good, no wear on the back of the steering wheel, that's all going to clean up lovely. There is nothing really, it's going to be a pain. Even the screen ain't got no chips or nothing in it. You can see obviously that's all going to, you know, I'll blade it all up and get it all nice and clean first, and that'll look really good. And otherwise I think we're going to come, you know, along quite nicely. Obviously I've got to do all inside the doors, all around the door shuts, all that sort of stuff, but we'll do that as we get a bit further in. I'll probably get the paintwork side of things done first before I touch any of that. But yeah, so it's coming on really nicely. I'm happy where we are. And I just want that paint now so I can get the outside done, get it all bolted back up so it's all looking fresh. See what we've got, make sure everything lines up. And then I can continue the ballot on the outside, make it look really, really good, which we'll do. And we'll be quite close to getting it done then. I'm going to put a new MOT on it, even though it's got, I'm not sure, 4 or 5 months, something like that I think it's got. I'm going to put a fresh one on it because then I get a full check at the same time. Not that it really needs it, I mean I've been underneath anyway and I always go for all the brakes, suspension, all that sort of stuff before I sell any car. Yeah, so I know it's going to be pretty good anyway, but it's nice just to have it checked over on the ramp. And a fresh MOT is always good for the new person who's going to drive it. So that's where we are at the moment. Next thing to do is get the old wet back out, get that all cleaned out and stuff, put some fresh stuff in it. I'll go over all this lot and I'll bring you back and show you where we are once we've done that. Not bad, looking better, looking better. Got a bit of that stain out, but not all of it. I probably could have if I went a bit crazy. All the seats and everything are looking really nice. The carpets have come up really nice. Definitely worth giving them a good old wet back. There's a lot more colour in them now. It's hard to show on camera, but you can probably see it if I do that. Quite rare seats. I didn't actually see this pattern. Well, I've never seen this pattern before, to be honest. So they're actually quite rare seats. It's come up really good. It was definitely worth the effort to give it a good old wet back as well. All the pedals and that all looking really good. Driver's seats, all lovely. That's basically what it is. It's like a multicoloured sort of brick pattern. Which is very different. This is what's been coming out, believe it or not. That's how yucky it is, even though it looks really clean. What's actually in there is not very nice.